Hey guys, welcome to this video. If you're new to the Counting Calories Australia group, welcome. This place is a great place for all the resources that you need to lose weight. In this video, I'm going to highlight all of the grocery items that I buy on a weekly basis. I'll be covering the price as well as the calories and where I got it from. You may or may not need all of these items, but of course you can pick whatever foods that you like from this list. I'll also highlight some of the advantages of these products and why I think it's necessary and should be part of your meal plan as well. If you don't already, make sure you connect with me on Instagram. I cover all of the grocery shopping that I do on a weekly basis in my stories as well as my highlights. The price as well as where I got it from and the calories are all shared there. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I hope to release a video every few weeks so that these videos will help you in your weight loss journey. Now, without any delay, let's get started. So the first item on the list is lemons. A 5-pack of this costs about $4.49. I use a lemon every day in the morning in preparing for my day. I mix 1 lemon with 1 tablespoon of aloe vera juice as well as 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I've been doing this for quite some time, and for me personally it helps with bringing some alkalizing factor to my body and reducing the acidity level overall in the morning. A lot of people do this. It's not going to help you lose weight, but essentially apple cider vinegar helps you break down proteins a lot better in your body. So I feel like it's something that I've been using for a long time and it's helped me in my journey. Okay, so next up we have brown rice. I use brown rice personally during the day. I have about 2 to 3 cups every day because my caloric requirements are very high and my carbohydrate demands are very high. So I use brown rice to fulfill most of my carbohydrate needs. It's whole grain. I personally pick brown rice because of the taste and I prefer the nutty texture that it has. But pretty much you're free to choose whichever rice that you digest better and that you like. So white rice compared to brown rice is lesser in fats, I believe, but also lesser in proteins. But some people digest white rice a lot better than brown rice and they prefer the taste as well. So again, depending on your caloric requirements, you would want to choose whichever rice that you want. And also depending on your taste preferences and which rice you digest better, you should just pick what you like. This 1 kilo rice at Aldi costs $2.39, but the white rice in Aldi, the 2 kilo, costs like $2.79. So it's up to you, whichever you want to choose. I'm not going to mention the calories because it really depends on the serving size that you need. But per 100 grams, this brown rice has 140 calories. I'd like to also add that I prefer to use white rice after training because for me personally, it's easier to eat after training and there's less fiber in white rice compared to brown rice. So fiber is something that I tend to avoid after training. Okay, so next up we have greens. We have kale and spinach. So kale and spinach is very high in vitamin A, C, vitamin K and things like that, and also spinach is high in folate. I use like a bag of this every day, so I go through 2 of these bags every day. For me, I use greens a lot because it helps me with digestion and also because my caloric requirements are close to 4,000. I really need that excess support in my digestive system to get all those food through my body. And greens is something you should definitely be making a major part of your diet because it plays a huge role in gut health and digestion overall. This costs like 89 cents and this is like 90 cents at Woolies. Something I really want to add with regards to fiber, spinach and kale is I normally don't track the macros and the calories of those foods because it's so small and I think it's microscopic. So I don't see the point in following exactly to the number for those calories. But if you want, you're more than welcome to track those on MyFitnessPal. I think the calories are about 10 to 12 calories for about 50 grams. So it's, like I said, it's really small. So if you want, you can obviously track them as the way you prefer, but I personally just wouldn't. Because I don't think anyone ever got fat eating spinach or kale, so. Okay, next up, bananas. So bananas is something I use every day. So I eat a banana every day after training. I prefer it as my fruit source post-workout because it's very high in carbs. It's low in fats, it's very high in potassium. I use it after training almost every day. One banana, on average a large banana, has about 130 calories. But if you really want to track exactly how many calories are there in fruits, you can use the Australian Standard Guide for tracking calories, and it's called NutTag. It's available on MyFitnessPal, and you can add fruits based on the gram. So if you really want to track precisely, you could just use that. I personally just enter one banana in my MyFitnessPal and I just forget about it. Okay, so next up we have berries. For me personally, berries are my absolute favorite fruit. For 100 grams, there's about 47 calories, and that's 100 grams of berries is a lot. So it's a great way to add fruits into your diet, add some fiber into your diet. And berries are also known to reduce inflammation in the body, which is very helpful in fighting free radical damage. And there's scientific evidence that berries actually prevent and fight cancer and heart disease. So it's a no-brainer. It tastes amazing, and you should definitely add it as part of your diet. It's a great source of adding sweet flavor to your foods without adding sugar. So if you want to go for an oatmeal bowl, adding some berries would absolutely change the taste, while keeping the calories really low. So make sure you make berries part of your diet. Something I really want to note is there's a mixed berry option at Aldi. I would not suggest buying this because it's mostly strawberries in there. So buy 1 pack of blueberries, 1 pack of raspberries, and mix the quantity based on your preference. There's no blackberries in Aldi. You could get that from Woolies. That costs like $4.50. Each of these packs for 500 grams costs $3.69. And I buy 2 of these every week. So next up we have almond milk. Almond milk is a great way of adding milk into your diet, as long as you're not allergic to almonds or nuts. There's only 40 calories in a 250 ml serving. That's about a cup. So that's a lot less than cow's milk, and even lesser than fat-free cow's milk. Fat-free cow's milk still comes to about 80 calories or about 70 calories. So this is a great alternative to cow's milk. I use this on cereal, on oatmeal, whenever I feel like it. I'm not very fond of using liquid calories, so I keep this to a minimum. But if you want to get the taste of something milky in your food, I would definitely recommend adding almond milk over coconut milk. So you could save a lot of calories, and also over cow's milk. Make sure you get the unsweetened version, because the normal version, the original almond milk, is about 80 calories for 250 ml, so 1 cup. So the unsweetened one is about 40 calories, so that's almost half. So go for the unsweetened almond milk. You could also go for the unsweetened coconut milk. That's about 60 calories, so this still stands to be the lowest in calories. But of course, depends on your preference on milk. This cost about $1.79 at Aldi. And you could also get the vanilla flavored one at Woolies. That cost about, I think, $2.20 from what I recall. That's pretty good as well. But I really don't taste a lot of vanilla flavor in the milk, so I just go for this because it's the cheapest and it's a really good product, so I would definitely recommend this. Next up, we have yogurt. So this is the yogurt I go for. This is $4.99 for about 900 grams, and there's only 58 calories in 100 grams. This is very high in protein and very low in fat, so it's 99% fat-free. There's also a match for this at Woolies, and it's called a high-protein yogurt. It's pretty much the same thing, but this is even lower in calories. There's another yogurt at Aldi called Broccoli. It's a green-colored tub, and it's even lesser calories than this, but it's also lower in protein. This is higher in protein, so I prefer this. You can mix yogurt with casein protein powder and make a really nice custard. I make this every night. I mix Greek yogurt, this yogurt, the low-fat Greek yogurt, with casein powder as well as granola and some almond butter, and it makes a really nice dessert. This is the 99% fat-free mayonnaise. You get this at Woolies. It's from a brand called Praise. It's 555 grams, the entire bottle, costs $2. For 20 grams, there's 23 calories. It's a good product, but it does taste a bit sweet and not like the real thing. Okay, next up we have another yogurt. This is no added sugar, passion fruit flavored Greek style yogurt. There's 73 calories in a 100 gram serving. I haven't tried this. It's obviously higher in calories than the one that we just reviewed. but this is high in fats too and low in protein as well. This is something that I wanted to taste test so that I could recommend to you guys if this is something that you're after. So let's do a quick taste test. Okay, I'd definitely say this tastes pretty good. I would actually buy this again. I'm not a big fan of yogurt that doesn't have a lot of protein because I tend to hit my protein macros, but this really tastes good. It's quite like a treat, so I would definitely consider this. Since there's no added sugar, it's a lot lesser in calories, but do be aware there are a lot of other yogurts that look very similar to this at Aldi that cost the same but are a lot higher in calories. This costs $3.49 for a 700 gram tub. So I think it's a pretty good deal. Next up, we have tuna. So this tuna costs $2.99 for a 425 gram tin. But do be aware, once you drain the water, the spring water, it's about 250 grams in total. Make sure you get the one with spring water and not the one with olive oil or other oils or the flavored ones, because this is the one that's lowest in calories. For 100 grams of this, there's only 115 calories and it's 0.2 grams of fat. The tuna that's in olive oil, which is very similar packaging as well, has about 135 calories for a 100 gram serving. So this is a lot less in calories. You can use this to mash up with some fat-free mayonnaise to make up a tuna sandwich, which is something I do on a regular basis. This tuna is really good and it's from Aldi. Next up, we have kangaroo meat. So I'm a huge fan of kangaroo meat. I prefer it over mince and lean mince, even the 95% fat-free lean mince at Woolies, because this is still lower in calories than that. This costs about $11.50 per kilo, and for 100 grams is about 100 calories. In the equivalent beef mince that is 95% fat-free, there's 130 calories. I prefer kangaroo meat for a few reasons, because kangaroos are not bred like beef, so they're not grain-fed, so it's more natural comparing to beef mince. I also prefer the texture, and I prefer to get my fats more from like polyunsaturated options like nuts or coconut oil because of MCT oils. So my go-to red meat option would be kangaroo mince. It's a lot lesser in calories. They have a lot of options like sausages to steak to burgers to stuff like that. So it's something that you can experiment with and as a good alternative to regular mince and regular beef. I would say it's an acquired taste. It tastes good for me if you cook it really well. It is a bit harder than minced meat, so obviously because there's a lot less oil. Give this one a shot and see how you go. It's a great low-calorie option and I would definitely recommend it. Next up, we have turkey breast mince. Turkey breast mince should not be confused with turkey mince. 100 grams of this has 114 calories, whereas turkey mince, the regular turkey mince and not the breast mince, has about 180 calories. This has a lot less saturated fat compared to regular turkey mince. Make sure you look for the less than 2% fat turkey breast mince. 2 of these cost about $11 at Woolies. Next up, we have pastrami. Pastrami is a great meat alternative to traditional pepperoni and salami because it's a lot lower in fats. You can use this on your homemade pizzas and stuff like that. Obviously, it does not taste the same, but the texture is pretty good and it really goes well with things like pizzas, especially homemade pizzas. 100 grams of this, that is this entire pack, has only 95 calories, which is really good. So you could shred this up into pieces and make a sandwich, make your own pizza at home, and top it up with some low-fat cheese and stuff like that. So this is a great alternative. I bought this personally because I was thinking of making a pizza tonight, and I prefer the texture of this and it helps keep the calories low. So definitely get this one. You can get this from Aldi. It's like $2.99 for a 100 gram pack. That's this pack. Next up, we have fat-free bacon. So the 97% fat-free bacon is only available at Aldi. You can't get any of these, even a similar product, at Woolies. In this pack, for 50 grams, there's only 48 calories. That's around a half compared to traditional bacon, which is very fatty. In a 50 gram serving, There's 8 grams of protein and only 1 gram of fat, and there's no carbohydrates. This is a great option if you want to have some bacon with your eggs in the morning. It's high in protein, it's a lot lower in fats. It has a very good taste that's similar to bacon. I wouldn't say it's the real deal, but it's somewhere there, and it's definitely a good alternative. It was discontinued for a while, but now it's back again at Aldi, so make sure you pick this up. Next up, we have coconut oil. Coconut oil is the oil that I use for cooking most of the time. It's still an oil and it's quite high in calories, but this has medium chain triglycerides, unlike other oils. MCT oils are used more effectively by the body and it's metabolized faster, so it gives you instant energy. Whichever oil you use, make sure that it's within your caloric requirements. But out of all the oils, I would definitely say coconut oil is my go-to. I use about 20 grams per day. And besides that, I use mixed nuts and things like that to fill in my fat macronutrients. A 15 gram serving has 135 calories, so it's very high in calories. So be really mindful of how much you eat of this. Although it's a healthy food, if you do go above your caloric limit, you're definitely going to gain weight. So make sure you're on top of the numbers. Okay, next up we have granola. I eat quite a bit of granola at nights with my yogurt and my casein protein, like I said before. It's about 168 calories in a 45 gram serving of each of these. So it's pretty much the same in both. It comes in 2 flavors. So this is the coconut chocolate, I think, and this one is the salted caramel. I prefer the coconut chocolate. It's about $7.99 for a kilo, and you can get this at Kohl's. I would definitely say make sure you are on top of your macros and your calories so that you know the numbers, because this tastes really good, so you can really go overboard with this. So make sure you use a scale and measure the food accurately. Okay, next up we have almond spread. Almond butter is a great alternative to peanut butter if you don't like the taste of peanut butter for whatever reason. I prefer almond butter, to be honest, but it can get expensive, so a 250 gram bottle costs about $5.70 at Woolies, whereas peanut butter would cost a lot less. But do be mindful, although this is healthy for you, it is very high in calories because it's a source of fat, and you know fat carries 9 calories per gram. So 20 grams of this would have about 128 calories. So be mindful of your numbers. It does taste really good. I prefer to use this on oatmeal instead of peanut butter, but that's just personally my preference. You can stick to whichever peanut butter or nut butter that you prefer. There's also cashew butter as well. Some people really like the taste. So pick whichever that you like and then stick to it. Next up, we have Jelly Light. So Jelly Light is pretty much the sugar-free version of the regular jelly. This is a great product and it costs like only $2, and there's 8 servings per packet and there's 2 sachets inside. So 16 servings in total here. One serving of this is only 7 calories. So essentially if you eat all 8 servings, you would only have consumed 56 calories in total. That's almost for a kilo of jelly. So it's a really good product, and if this is something that, if you're someone who really craves sweets, this would be an ideal substitute for you in order to fill those cravings in. And you could obviously mix this with peanut butter and like have a peanut butter jello sandwich if that's something that you like. I prefer to use the pineapple flavor. There's a lot of other flavors like strawberry, raspberry and stuff like that. So just pick whichever you like and just experiment with it and make whatever jelly mixes that you like. You can make custards out of this. I've done a recipe as well on my Instagram. So it's a really versatile product, and do check it out. Do be mindful though, there's gelatin in this that's derived from beef. So if that's something that you would not want to consume, just be mindful of that. Next up, we have peanut butter powder. Peanut butter powder is a great way to get the peanut butter taste without the calories. So in this product, I bought this at GoVita and it cost like $10 for the whole 450 gram tub. And per 12 grams, that's about 2 tablespoons, there's only 44 calories. Whereas if you take regular peanut butter for 20 grams, there's about 120 calories. Obviously, it's not going to be as buttery and smooth as regular peanut butter, but it's a great alternative to get that taste minus the calories. In order to make this, you need to mix this with a little bit of hot water, and it tastes really good. Also, you could sprinkle this on oatmeal or porridge or whatever that you're having to get that peanut butter taste with very little addition to calories. So do check this out. I'm not sure whether they still have it because I bought this on clearance, but if they do not, they do have a peanut butter powder in Woolies as well, and there's chocolate flavor and stuff like that. So pick whatever you like and try it out for yourself and see what you can stick to. Next up we have cinnamon powder. My cinnamon powder is almost empty. I'm running really low on it. I use cinnamon primarily because it helps with insulin sensitivity and to improve insulin sensitivity. Insulin sensitivity is pretty much how well your body is able to utilize and synthesize the carbohydrates in your body to fuel for energy. So the higher your insulin sensitivity, the more carbohydrates you can eat so that you can eat more food and utilize it better for your energy demands. With this product, with cinnamon particularly, it helps with improving insulin sensitivity. So if you're struggling to lose weight, adding cinnamon to meals where you have high carbohydrate intake would have quite an impact. I wouldn't say it in itself would help you lose weight. Do be mindful though, calories are what that matters the most, but this is just an additional help. I use cinnamon in my oatmeal, in my rice porridge and things like that because it tastes really good and I like the taste of cinnamon. So do check this out. This costs like $10 for a 250 gram bag. Just make sure when you buy cinnamon that you buy Ceylon cinnamon because that is where the best cinnamon comes from. There's all these other kind of cinnamon that comes from India and China, but Ceylon cinnamon is known to be the best, so make sure you pick the right one. Okay, last but not least, we have nutritional yeast. I personally use nutritional yeast as a topping on my eggs in the morning. It's quite low in calories and it tastes pretty good, but do be mindful this isn't yeast, so you can't use it as a substitute for baking. For a tablespoon, that's 5 grams, it has only 18 calories and it has 2.7 grams of protein, no fat and only 1.6 grams of carbs. It's pretty good, it tastes a bit savory, so check it out and see whether you like it. This costs $7 for a 127 gram tub. And it's available at GoVita stores, so do check this out. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up the video for the grocery shopping. Some of these things are not things I buy on a weekly basis, as you can obviously tell, but it is something I wanted to include so that it would help you guys when you start your journey. Because when I started my journey in losing weight, it was really hard to find which products were low calorie because there's so much of things in the market that's marketed as healthy but are very high in calories. So make sure whenever you choose a product that you always check for 100 grams how many calories there are. Don't always check the calories per serving because serving sizes can be different from product to product and companies tend to use this to hide the real amount of calories in a product. So always check for 100 grams how many calories are there. So if you take 2 products, for each of them per 100 grams, how many calories. I really hope this video helps you all in your weight loss journey. If you think that there are other products that I should include in this video, do comment below so I could include these products in the next video. Because I hope to do grocery runs like this quite so often, also highlighting some of the products that I buy for my personal needs. So if you have similar needs, you could also get them. Thanks a lot for watching this video. I really hope this video helps you all in your journey. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because most of the products that I covered here are covered on a weekly basis pretty much on Instagram on my stories. You could also go through all of the highlight reels on Instagram based on the supermarket that you shop at, and there's tons of low calorie foods that are highlighted there and also some shopping tips that I picked along the way. So you could use all those resources for your weight loss journey. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. There's tons of videos coming your way in terms of helping you all lose weight and products that you need to pick, things that you could do to adjust your caloric requirements. So I hope to bring those videos to you in the future. If you are new to the Counting Calories Australia group, welcome. And I hope you enjoy your stay here and find all the resources that you need to lose weight. Thanks a lot for watching this video and I'll see you all in the next one. 5 pack of these.